النجوم في هذه المباراة موريس رقم 33. إذا موريس يبدأ التسجيل. شوف اللعب في العمق مع التغطية. سلام على اللفة. هذا اللاعب رقم 12 اللي هو
2 years after a forgettable showing, ang Mighty Sports Pilipinas nagbalik nga po para sa 30th Dubai International Basketball Championships na tinututukan natin ngayong live dito sa 5+. Mighty Sports out for redemption, and we've got one hell of a team to represent the Philippines for this tournament. Magumarjan po, kasama natin si Dominic Uy as we take a look at the live pictures from Dubai right now. 7-5 is the score. First quarter, hatid sa atin ng Oriental game.
Well, Magu, obviously Mighty Sports wanting to play much better in this tournament. 2 years ago, with a 1-5 record, forgettable stint. But this year, with a tweaked lineup with 3 really good imports in Lamar Odom, Randolph Morris, and Justin Brownlee, and a lot of young guys, obviously there is a lot more, hoping for a lot more success. Guys like Juan Gomez de Leano, great pass right there.
And you mentioned it, Justin Brownlee back in the fold. He was there 2 years ago. He personally wants redemption, as well as the management and coaching staff. Pero yung una mong binanggit na pangalan, Lamar Odom. Yan ang pinag-uusapan ng buong sambayanan niya.
Alam mo itong si Lamar Odom, he hasn't played organized basketball in about 5 years. So, I think we also have to temper our expectations. And just for everybody to understand, itong tournament na to, there are 10 teams. Okay? So you're divided into 2 groups. So each group has 5 teams. So maglalaro ka ng 4 games, and then whoever top 4 for each group will go into the quarterfinals. And then kung sino man maglalaban-laban dyan, A1 versus B4, A2, and so on and so forth. So ano yan, labanan ng knockout, and then semifinals, and then the finals. And then you see teams have 2 or 3 imports, but you can only play 2 imports at a time.
At etong ang kalaban ng Mighty Sports para sa ating opening game ngayon ay ang American University in Dubai. And meron din silang mga matitinik na import, ano? Yan ang ating tututukan as we go along. Yung Dubai po ang naka-asul dito, yung Mighty Sports naman ang nakaputi.
Very short preparation also for the Mighty Sports team. About a week and a half of practice. 2 practice games, one against Blackwater Elite and the second game against the Magnolia Hotshots. Both games won by Mighty Sports, but Coach Charles Hsu obviously not too crazy about the success of those 2 wins. He knows that there's a lot more that needs to be worked on. At yun ang inaasahan niya na they'll be able to improve as the games goes by.
We see the aggressiveness here of the American University and Dubai team. They are down by 4, 9-5. Free throws na to. Hatid sa atin ng Health Cube.
One advantage that Mighty Sports has here in Dubai, obviously, yung mga Pilipino, yung mga kababayan natin na talaga naman napakainit ng pag-welcome dito sa Mighty Sports team. And the team actually just got in yesterday, and right when they got off the plane, had a shoot-around and a practice, a walkthrough, and did that as well this morning. Itong import na to na si Randolph Morris, yan ang inaasahan na magdadala talaga at will be able to really man the middle because he's a 6'11 guy that can really pound it inside.
Yun po yung number 33 yung binabanggit nito, Randolph Morris, a veteran of the Chinese Basketball Association.
7 years in the CBA. Bibihira ka makakita ng import na 7 years maglalaro sa CBA.
Juan Gomez de Leano, the standout from UP, gets blocked all the way to the cup sa pagkakataon na yun. Under 4 minutes ngayon natin nila sa ating opening quarter. Dalawang sumalubong sa kanya sa pagkakataon na yan.
Magu ang diferensya o ang pagkakaiba dito sa Dubai Invitational. Napaka-physical ng laro. So that's something that Mighty Sports will need to be able to adjust to right away.
tututukan nga po natin ang 2019 Dubai International Basketball Championships na ginaganap po sa Shabab Al Ali Club dyan sa Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Ang Mighty Sports na nagre-represent sa Pilipinas, kalaban po ang American University in Dubai. Take a look at some of the highlights so far through the first 6 minutes of this contest. Yung physicality, Dom, just before we went into that timeout, yun ang kinikwento mo as we remind everybody to get your official Mighty Sports merchandise at mightysports.ph. Gear up for greatness. Kaya ba yung sa scoreboard, Mighty, walang GH kasi wala sa Green Hills nito?
Mukha. Limitation yan ng scoreboard sa Dubai.
Kala ko hindi available sa ano. Kailangan sa mightysports.ph.
Naging parang Mighty Meaty.
Outside jumper could not be delivered here. Lamang ng anim ang Mighty Sports, Dom.
So pumasok na itong si Justin Brownlee for Lamar Odom.
Inside we go, and it is Randolph Morris delivering once again.
Well, great thing about Randolph Morris, he's a guy that doesn't really talk too much, but he leads by example.
Coach Charles Chu, siya po ang head coach ng Mighty Sports. May nabasa kasi ako. Chris Chu daw ang head coach. Di hamak pong magandang lalaki si Chris Chu kaysa kay Charles.
Pero ang panlaban ni Coach Charles, mas magaling daw siya magdamit.
Gunon?
Sabi niya.
Sabi niya. So it's 13-5 here. Ocho abante. Para dito sa Mighty Sports. Offensive foul whistled here. Illegal pick ang nakita dito kay Mbenge. As you see the Filipinos in attendance, you said it, you called it, Dom. In Dubai, the Philippines will always have the home court
Oo,
advantage.
nag-ahari. Lalo na kapag, when you bring in a lot of locals, pinaka-inaabangan talaga dyan. Guys like Juan Gomez de Leano.
At saka kung hindi tayo nagkakamali, Friday ang Sunday sa Dubai.
Yes.
Kaya everybody gets the day off, or most people actually get the day off on a Friday. Kaya masayang-masaya ang mga Filipinong nakakapanood ngayon ng live.
Mga naglaro na para dito sa Mighty Sports dati. Another guy on the floor right now. Itong si Jason Brickman, who played for Mighty Sports in the Jones Cup na napanalo ng Mighty Sports.
Yan po yung Phil-Am na standout na naglalaro sa ABL. Ngayon po, Mighty Sports ulit ang gamit niyang, ang suot niyang uniforme. Somebody went down here. That is Mahmoud Trab. Medyo nangangapa tayo dahil yung likod ng mga jersey ng kalaban ngayon ng Mighty Sports ay hindi apelido nakalagay kung hindi yung pangalan ng American University in Dubai.
Natamaan siya nung kakampi niya dun.
Baka daw hindi mo alam ano yung AUD. Nilagay din nila sa likod. As Brownlee goes to his favorite spot and knocks down the three. 3-point shot na yan. Hatid sa atin ng Health Cube.
One guy who was really frustrated when Mighty Sports played 2 years ago dun sa 28th Invitational, itong si Justin Brownlee, because he is just so used to winning, and he said he really, obviously he'll always say he wants to have fun, pero ang sinabi niya rin bago umalis itong team, sinabi niya he's got bigger hopes and expectations in this tournament.
May mga ganong klaseng tao, that's how they're built. Winning is fun. Hindi pwedeng competing lang.
Oh.
Kailangan talagang bibigay todo ka at dun mo mailalabas. That's how you have fun.
And look at Randolph Morris, guy that really communicates. Also on your screens, consultant Jong Yuchiko, who's been helping the team as well.
How about that? Coach Jong with his fast experience, backing up Charles Chu here.
And also another consultant, Coach Bo Perasol, who actually coached the Mighty Sports team to a championship in the Jones Cup.
18-7 na po ang ating score. It is Mighty Sports by 11. Coming up on a minute and a half remaining in this first frame. A steal here by Brownlee. Mighty Sports looking to push it up. Brickman kicks it out. Gray loses it.
Jeremiah Gray actually would have played for the Ateneo de Manila University 3 years ago, recruit siya, but ended up going to a Division I in the United States, now playing for Mighty Sports.
Ang dami nating kikilalaning bagong pangalan na bursting onto the scene. Tapos na daw natin yan. Pabalik. Sa aming pagbabalik. Again, magandang gabi po sa lahat ng nakatutok saan man kayo sa mundo. We are coming to you live on 5 Plus. Andiyan din tayo, of course, sa YouTube page sa Sports 5 sa YouTube. We are also on ESPN5.com, MightySports.ph, and the Sports 5 page on Facebook. Lahat po yan nakahain para sa ating lahat. Para saan man tayo, matutukan natin ang laban ng Mighty Sports. So far, so good, Dom. Mighty Sports up by 11 points.
Well, definitely a good start for Mighty Sports. Something that, we really want to be able to go ahead of this team. If there's the good thing about the schedule of Mighty Sports, the first 4 games, progressively humihirap yung kalaban, which helps you now to be able to build some more chemistry between the team before you go dun sa mga mas mahihirap na laro.
Opening game pa nga lang po ito ng Mighty Sports para sa 2019 edition ng Dubai Championships. As another triple is delivered, hatid pa rin sa atin ng Health Cube. That's the second mula kay JB.
Now, Justin Brownlee, an import that you know what you're getting. Coach Charles Yu, #1 on his list when he was forming this team was Justin Brownlee.
The AUD on the attack. Katam handling that rock, gives it up to his left side. It is Trab who penetrates all the way to the right.
No help defense that time for Mighty Sports.
That has brought AUD to 9.
Gab
Trail
Banal
by
now.
12.
Gab Banal in the court for Mighty Sports.
This guy has always been solid wherever you see him.
In the D-League, MVP for the D-League. The good thing about Gab, he can play multiple positions.
Another basket delivered there, this time by Morris. Long three-pointer, nothing but air. It could be Mighty on the run, but the pass a little bit too mustard behind it.
Well, these are the turnovers that, when you look at the scoreboard, you're okay. You can actually, you're willing to take those risks to be able to try to extend the lead. So a 14-point lead so far for Mighty Sports.
The Lebanese scouting Mighty Sports here. Makakatapat po natin yan. Sunday night, Monday morning. Bali Sunday more night, 1 a.m. As that'll do it for the first 10 minutes of this one. 23-9. It is a dominating showing para dito sa Mighty Sports at the end of one.
We will count tag 91.1 at halftime.
Oh, damn. Hey, Mom. I'm almost saying that. Maybe no more.
The Philippine representative Mighty Sports basketball team with a dominant first quarter here. 23-9 ang ating score after one. As we continue to enjoy all of the action coming from the Shabab Al Ali Club in Dubai, UAE. Magumarjan together with Dominic Uy. Mighty Sports becoming a regular fixture in semi-pro basketball dito sa ating landscape. Pero dito sa tournament na to, meron din mga ibang tumulong.
Well, you look at the sponsors, definitely Mighty Sports very thankful for all the sponsors, teams like, or groups like Health Cube, SMDC, and of course itong Oriental Game, the sponsors that have helped Mighty Sports be able to join this league. At pasalamatan din natin yung Go for Gold as well.
And everybody definitely enjoying what we are witnessing here. Ang ganda ng pinapakita so far ng Mighty Sports.
Well, good start. A little bit shaky initially the first few minutes, but then was able to regroup once Randolph Morris was able to hit that reverse layup. And this is something that really is a work in progress if you look at the team, to be able to figure out the combinations. Like I mentioned, only about 10 days of practice for Mighty Sports.
Second quarter po, hatid sa atin ng Oriental Game. Jamison Morgan, the number 32 guy, now on the floor for AUD. as they come up with a stop.
So this time it's going to be Lamar Odom and Justin Brownlee at the same time.
Yun yung maganda, no? Tatlo import mo, you play 2 at a time, so hindi mo nasasagad, nakakapag-rotate ka doon sa mga imports mo.
Especially if you have games that are consecutive. And like the schedule of Mighty Sports is going to be game after game after game, 3 straight games. So that's where you really need to be able to pace your players.
Banal hands it off. Brickman from straight away buries the long bomb. 3-point shot na yan, natin sa atin ng health cue.
Brickman, the good thing about Brickman is he'll actually look to set up his teammates first, but when he's open, he can knock it down.
A steal by Mighty. Banal with a floater. Could not get the bounce. Gab trying to scamper for that rebound, but it is picked up by Trav.
And that's exactly what I was saying. Brickman could have actually taken that shot, but will often defer to his teammate.
The AUD on the attack. Katam with the leather, gives it up. Jamison over to the baseline. Trav off the hesitation. Wala. It is Gab Banal with a rebound. Get your official Mighty Sports merchandise at mightysports.ph. Gear up for greatness. Behind the back pass to Odom. Back to Banal. Triple from the corner does not work. Trav for the rebound.
A lot of 3-point shots so far for Mighty Sports. 3 or 4 by my count. 2 for Justin Brownlee and 1 for Brickman.
Is Mighty by 15, 26-11. Blocked by Odom.
And you can hear the crowd roar right away when it's a Lamar Odom. Anything that he does, whether it's a layup, it's a block,
And
fans
even that
getting excited.
perfect pitch, the
Exactly.
perfect pitch to an open Brickman. You mentioned it, Dom. Lamar Odom has not played any competitive ball for 5 years. Kaya hindi naman siya isasagad kagad dito ni Coach Charles Chu. But as we go along, as the week goes along, we're gonna expect more.
Well, what Coach Charles also mentioned is what he's trying to do is put him in good situations, meaning give him a couple of minutes and see where he's more comfortable. Obviously, even the plays that he's doing for Lamar in certain situations, you know, maybe make him open for the 3 or be a little bit of a facilitator at first, really just to get his feet under him and to get him more comfortable.
Odom looking around, thinking 3, pulls the trigger. Doesn't work.
Usually, Lamar would have taken that right away.
Big block here by Brownlee. But it is cleaned up on the other side by Morgan. 2 big hits in the second quarter already for Jamison. Brownlee with a tomahawk jam.
And you can just hear the crowd roar, appreciating the game of Mighty Sports.
28-15. Mighty in control. Under 7 remaining in this first half. Step back a la Harden jumper doesn't work. Got to grow a beard for that.
You can see the step back, that they're giving up that jumper.
Odom lost it, but it was touched last by one of the guys in blue. You like how Lamar is in his familiar position playing point forward right now.
And you like him, he likes to facilitate. You remember, he won the 6th Man of the Year in the NBA, 2-time NBA champion. And he really likes bringing his team together. That's the good thing about Lamar Odom. And right away when he walked into practice the first day, you know, he was very open and welcoming. And even, you know, everywhere the team went, everybody was just so in awe whenever they would see Lamar Odom.
Banal with the leather. Lost his footing. Gets it to Odom. That should count. Tumama na sa board bago inabot.
So that's an assist for Gab Banal and 2 points for Lamar.
It looked like Lamar, but si Justin yung I thought it was Lamar. 32-15 now. Brownlee giving that space. Jamison, alayo naman, a jump hook.
And this is where you want to give Lamar minutes, you know, in the second quarter, in the third quarter, and see how far he'll go. This should go in. That's usually his shot. But you like how that time he did not hesitate.
Odom with a rebound. He leads the attack now. Banal on the move on the right side to the corner on the left. Brownlee for 3. Doesn't work. Morgan with a rebound.
You like the ball movement of Mighty Sports early on in this ball game.
Melvin Johnson, who plies his trade in Europe, misses on that floater.
Also, the designated team captain for Mighty Sports is Justin Brownlee.
Brickman with a leather. They go to the corner. Joseph Yo now part of the 5. Odom, top of the key, jab step fake. Morgan on him. Odom hands it off. The Ninja gets it to Banal from the left side. Mukhang nanlamig yung 3-point shooting bigla ng Mighty.
Well, it seems like there's a little bit of hesitation as compared to earlier when they were just taking the shots.
Just like that, Mbenge with a big hit in stride.
Well, they've been leaving him open. You can see that they're really daring him to shoot that 3.
Yo misses. Morgan with a board.
Well, Joseph Yo also a guy that's working himself back into shape.
32-17 is the score. Mighty by 15. Can't dribble like that against Brownlee. what you thinking? Katam gets it over to his left. Trap misses. Odom pitches it out. Sa sobrang bilis na huli ang cameraman. Two-handed throwdown para dito kay Brownlee.
Too easy that time for Mighty Sports. Good pass once again for Odom.
34-17, Mighty Sports doubling up.
And you can hear the crowd chanting.
They know exactly where Brownlee made his legend. Chance of Ginebra in Dubai right now. Another miss. Odom with a board. Odom on the slow break. Wraps a pass over to Yo. Brickman diving down the middle. Back to Odom. Lamar in the paint. Fakes a pass and puts it up.
Haven't seen that in a while. And even Lamar breaking into a smile.
And Brownlee shores it up with a 3. Sa atin yan ng health gear.
You gotta love how the team is having a lot, or is enjoying this basketball game now, leading by 17 points.
That was a perfect way to cap off that sequence from JB. Odom not getting the fancy move to drop, but Brownlee delivering the 3.
Everything screen that comes, switch. No more show. Switch every screen, okay? I'm gonna get another one. I'm not gonna get it. I'm coming in tonight. What's your focus? I need smarter decisions.
Yo, go one.
Smarter decisions.
Go one.
Get your screen. A little higher, so get it on the 45, not towards the baseline. He's going to drag this way, and I need you to roll this way. Okay, every time, roll. Going up, Kobe, after the roll inside, filling from him, one shoulder. Now you don't only have the roll with him, you have that quick out, and you have that baseline drive. But I need you to force that.
You mentioned earlier, Dom, that since Lamar Odom landed in Manila and then made his way to Dubai, to inside the Shabab Al Ali club, everybody's just been awestruck. Everybody's starstruck. Everybody's, trying to figure out, ito yung napapanood namin mula nung bata kami si Lamar. You think that's playing a part right now with this AUD team na medyo shell-shocked sila?
Baka may nagpa-picture pa bago maglaro dito kay Lamar Odom. And I wouldn't be surprised because even when there were practice games with the PBA teams, that happened. And whenever you would walk in the malls or wherever the team would have dinners, ganun talaga yung effect nitong si Lamar Odom. Especially, you look at what he's gone through. Aside from his basketball, what he's gone through in the past 3-4 years, you admire where he is now.
Everybody loves a comeback story. Lamar trying to etch his own here. As a nice reverse was delivered there. Near steal by the blue shirts. Yo flips it up and in. Oh, that was Angelo Woncho King.
First time in the ball game for the number 8 player from Mighty Sports.
8 kasi tsaka 18.
Oh.
18
Hindi,
sila.
tsaka pareho silang taga-Xavier.
Pareho pa hairdo. Ooh, Juan Gomez de Leano back on the floor. And he gets all the way to the cup. Apat yata yung dinaanan dun.
And look at Randolph Morris fighting for that rebound. I mean, you're up 20 points and he is bruising it inside. That's what you gotta appreciate.
Grabe Grabe yung ginawa ni JDL dito. Ginawang pylons yung mga naka-asul.
Alam mo, sobrang bilis. Alam mo, pati si Lamar Odom, tsaka si Randolph Morris, bilib na bilib dito kay Juan Gomez de Leon.
This guy is a teenager.
Yes, he's
He is still
19
a
years old.
Si Doncic turning heads around the world. Etong si JDL dito sa Pilipinas, grabe na ang pinapakita. Ngayon, pati sa Dubai, as this free throw is brought to us by HealthQ.
Tsaka piece of trivia dito kay Juan Gomez de Leon. Yung mami ni Juan Gomez de Leon, kapatid ng former PBA player na si Rainier Season.
Oh,
Yes. Na nakalaro ko pa. Nung college. Kaya nga, nung sabi ko, Juan, how old are you?
under 2.5 remaining sa ating second quarter. Ang grupo natin, Domino, you mentioned it, we're going to be playing 4 games. Talking about Mighty Sports, we are playing this team from the UAE right now, the American University in Dubai. May isa pa tayong kagrupo. It's actually the UAE national team. That's who we play tomorrow.
Oh, palakas ang kalaban in that third game. Team from Lebanon. Na the last time doon naglaro itong si Fadi El Khatib.
And then, yun nga, bukas, alas 11 rin ng gabi ang simula, the national team of UAE. And then what Dom was mentioning, on Sunday, Monday, more night, alauna ng umaga ng Lunes, the team from Lebanon na makakatapat. And then sa Wednesday na madaling araw, Tuesday, Wednesday, more night, 1 a.m., it is Al Wada of Syria. And we gotta win maybe just one, pero mas maganda kung all para maganda yung placing natin pagdating sa knockout quarterfinals, as this free throw is brought to us by HealthQ.
Kasi mangyayari niyan, di ba, in the rankings, Group A, Group B, kung A1 ka, kung top ka doon, ang makakalaban mo yung B4. So, we're in Group B. So, if you only win one game, makakalaban mo yung pinakamalakas nung kabilang grupo. So, you want to be able to win as many games as you can so that hopefully yung makatapat mo sa quarterfinals kasi knockout nga lang yan. Eh, kung di mas mahina sa'yo, kasing lakas mo lang.
Eh, yung kabilang grupo, yung Al Riyadi ng Lebanon nandun. Alam naman natin, palaging malakas yan in the tournament. The Jordan national team is
Malakas
also
din yan.
in that group. And a team from Iraq, Beirut Club, another team from Lebanon, and a team from Morocco will be in that other bracket, Group A. We are in Group B.
A great block that time by Justin Brownlee, holding the fort, now a 23-point lead. Before that, good fake by Randolph Morris for another 2 points.
Under a minute and a half remaining now. Joseph Yo back on the floor. Picks up a foul.
Personal foul, number 18,
Joseph Yo, a LaSalle legend. Spent many years in the PBA as well.
Retired just last year from the PBA.
Didn't see much contact on that one.
Oo, parang wala dapat foul yun. Well, that's really, when you play in any international tournament, that's what happens. You got to be able to adjust to the calls of the referees. That time, that clearly a foul on Angela Wong Shu King.
The American University in Dubai goes to the 3. Doesn't work on that one. Rebound pulled down by Morris. Morris out.
Traveling violation.
number 33,
Randolph acknowledging his mistake. And you like how focused everybody still is, up by 23, as you mentioned, in the dying moments of the first half.
Well, they understand also that this is going to be the easier game. And, you know, you want to be able to play 40 minutes of good basketball for you to be able to work for that next game.
Binanggit mo nga, kahapon lang sila dumating. Malamang isang shoot-around lang ang nagawa dito sa
Tsaka
court
isang
na to.
walkthrough.
Buti na lang, walang Australian team na inimbitahan dito. Ang dami nung tatanggalin nila.
Sticker.
Ang dami sticker, oh. May imbierna sila dyan.
Hindi sila makaka-ensayo. Sa tagal.
2 free throws coming up here for Randolph Morris. We get to take a closer look at this big man.
Gotta appreciate the ball movement.
And you like that for a team that's been only together. You said 10 practices in Manila and maybe half a practice there.
And I was able to watch that first game against Blackwater. You gotta love how, you know, when you talk about locals, you know, we've seen the PBA for the longest time. And you know when the locals, pagbilib sila dun sa import. pag bilib sila dun sa import, mas lalong ginaganahan. And that's what we saw with Randolph Morris, obviously with Justin Brownlee and Lamar Odom as well.
2 free throws, pasok, hatid sa atin ng health cue. Palagi natin nadidinig yan. Early in any tournament, import-laden tournament sa ating PBA, sabihin kagad sa'yo ng mga kaibigan mong player, lalayo kami.
Oo.
Lalayo kami or hindi magtatagal to. Ganun kagad yun eh.
Sinusukat agad yung import eh. Mataas ang standards ng Pilipino pagdating sa mga imports.
10 seconds remaining sa ating first half. Yo gets it across. The Ninja drops it off.
Santi Santillan just came into the ball game getting 2 points. Great setup job by Joseph Yo.
What a mighty showing in the second quarter. The first quarter was good, but Mighty Sports looking even better sa pagtatapos ng second frame.
You gotta love that ball movement. You gotta love the sharing of that basketball, but you gotta love the lead right now.
dominant first half ng Mighty Sports dyan po sa Shabab Al-Ali Club in Dubai. Aba, medyo matagal nagkasermonan yata etong koponan ng American University in Dubai dahil halos matapos na yung halftime break bago sila lumabas. Magumarjan po kasama si Dominic Uy. Tinututukan ng mga pangyayari sa 30th Dubai International Basketball Championship. Napakaganda ng pinakita ng Philippine representative Mighty Sports noong first half.
Well, pag tinignan mo naman kasi talaga itong larong ito,
As this third quarter is brought to us by Oriental Game.
pag tinignan mo yung larong ito, masyadong madali yung basketball for Mighty Sports in the first 20 minutes of action. And if you're AUD, ayaw mo mangyari yan eh. Kasi alam mo na that they have superior talent, but you don't want baskets to be easier than that they should be.
Brickman having some trouble getting it across. Jeremiah Gray, up top! How about that mula dito kay Gray?
Jeremiah Gray, kaya rin sumama yan dito kasi gusto na niyan magpa-draft din.
That pushes that Mighty Sports lead up to 29 now.
And that's classic Coach Charles Shu. Coming off the break, coming off a timeout, or coming off the half, he will set up a guy and manggugulat ng play. And that time, well executed play by Mighty Sports.
And you see that in the great coaches here in the Philippine scene. Coach Charles trying to be in line with that as you take a different look at that same jam. AUD in a world of trouble now. Naputokan pa sila ng 24.
Good offense, same time good defense for Mighty Sports. Makikita mo na kakagulo. Itong kalaban, really just not being able to communicate with each other. Yung kanina, yung play na yun, that wasn't even such a solid screen, just lack of communication.
Santi Santillan gives it up. Morris over to Brickman. Ito na naman si Gray. Susubok naman ng tres. Trying to show us his inside and out game. Morris taps it to himself. Inside they go to Gray again.
Well, Gray, really his specialty of the house is that three-point shot. Quick release, nice jumper from that three-point shot. However, napakataas din tumalon eh. So magagamit mo din inside.
Farouk with the leather. Brickman in front of him. 51-20. Sangbuan na ang abante ng Mighty Sports. Tatapyasan ng dalawa with that Mahmoud trap attack. Nice finish with the left hand. As we remind everybody that you can get your official Mighty Sports merchandise at mightysports.ph. Gear up for greatness. Ang ganda nung Brownlee and Odom jerseys available right now at mightysports.ph.
At madami talagang kumukuha niyan from the website, the Brownlee and Lamar Odom. And actually, meron din mga t-shirts sa mga jerseys. Kung gusto nyo naman na Mighty Sports ang nakasulat, meron din available na ganyan.
Magkakaroon ba ng uwi number 5? Ay, si Brickman na pala yun. 55 ka na lang, 55.
Wag! Wag na!
May bibili, isa.
Meron, asawa ko.
Roosevelt Adams delivers a long bomb at it's atin ng Health Q.
These are the two Philams na talaga namang nagustuhan ni Coach Charles Shu. You're talking about Jeremiah Gray and Roosevelt Adams. Two guys that can shoot the three-point shot. Guys that are young, very athletic.
Trab trying to get away once again. Steal here by Morris. Gets it over to Brickman. Santi is fouled.
You can see Coach Charles Shu trying to try different guys on the floor. 5 different guys on the floor, different combinations. Santillan came in, the last 25, 30 seconds of that second quarter. But because of that good cut, binibigyan niya ulit ng minuto dito.
Santillan takes care of the first free throw na hatid sa atin ng Health Q. Santi, product of De La Salle University, was recently drafted into the PBA D-League, number 3 overall, if we're not mistaken.
Well, Santi Santillan, a guy that I feel has a lot of upside. Just a matter of time that he goes to the PBA. Such a hard worker. Alam mo kung may injury, itong taga AUD. American University of Dubai.
56-23 now is the score. That's a 33-point lead para dito sa Mighty Sports. They look to pound it inside. Susukatin ang depensa ni Santillan. Santi holds his own. The rebound is collected here by Farouk. This time on the penetration. The looper does not drop. Santillan will clear it. Brickman looking up. Goes to the corner. Three-pointer. Di mubra para kay Adams.
Wide open once again for Mighty Sports.
Itong si Jason Brickman, nabalitaan natin, interesado na rin mag-PBA, no? But I think Coach Jimmy Alapag wants to get him for Alap Pilipinas first and foremost.
You know, he's such a great player, great attitude. And, you know, he's a good team player. Yun ang maganda dito kay Brickman. At kitang-kita yun nung naglaro siya for the Jones Cup. And also the teams that he's played for in the ABL. He's played there for a while. And it should be just a matter of time before we see him in the Philippines.
You mentioned it. Brickman was part of that Mighty Sports team in the Jones Cup that swept the tournament,
Yes.
won the championship.
What a great feat that happened. And it was Coach Bo Parasol that led that team, assisted by Charles Tew. And alam mo, guys like T.Y. Tang, who is now an assistant coach for Mighty Sports, also part of that team.
You gotta love the partnership between T.Y. Tang and Charles Chu. Oh! Jeremiah Gray wanted to get a YouTube clip there on the AUD import. He wanted to put him on a highlight.
And that's what I'm talking about. Alam mo yung fresh legs, yung young legs of guys like Jeremiah Gray. Walang takot going for that.
Jamison not having any of that. Didn't want any part of it, Dong. Sa labas na lang sumubok ngayon. Doesn't work for Gray.
And not connecting yet from the outside, itong si Gray, but expect him, you know, in the next few games to be able to knock down those threes.
Ball is bobbled.
So dumating itong koponan kagabi, and a little bit of jet lag. You know, obviously they practice, but all were up and about early in the morning.
It's an 8.5, 9-hour flight.
Oh, taas may 4-hour difference. So that's really something that, you know, change up your body clock.
Eh, kung mga nagtatanong, bakit naman hating gabi na naglalaro pa itong Mighty Sports? Alas 8 pa lang po ng gabi sa Dubai ngayon. Prime time tong laro na ito dyan sa Dubai. Brickman pushing it. 4-on-2. Goes to the right side. Layup is good para dito kay Roosevelt Adams.
Just too easy that time. 4-on-3 fast break. Well executed once again by Brickman. Yan na kaya ang assist nitong si Brickman.
Alam ko ilan.
Ilan?
Sangkatutak. Jamison working against Morris.
We're talking about assists. 10 assists for Mighty Sports in the first half.
Ang si Jamison, produkto ng Baylor. But he first played college ball for the UCLA Bruins. Was kicked out of school, actually. Kicked off the program before finishing up his college.
We're talking about college. Itong si Randolph Morris, galing Kentucky yan, ha?
Mga dekalidad na programa.
Oo, John Calipari yan. And also played for Atlanta and the New York Knicks in the NBA.
Po, mga dekalidad na college program sa Estados Unidos na napapanood natin kada umaga sa ESPN5 as we gear up for March Madness. Diyan din naman natin makikita mga future naman ng USA basketball. Brickman on the attack. Kicks it over. Morris from the perimeter. Doesn't work. Jamison is clipped in midair by Adams.
So 27-60, only 7 points so far in the quarter for American University of Dubai. On the other hand, for Mighty Sports, 13 in this quarter. So 23-point lead. And things looking bright for Mighty Sports.
Floater in the lane is good. Nice finish there, showed to us by Farouk. Pero too far and few in between yung mga baskets para dito sa AUD, which is much to our liking, of course. Oh! Another jam down the middle by Jeremiah Gray. You said this guy was a three-point shooter.
And has hops.
Bakit? Ini-scout ba tayo na itong kalaban bukas? Sabi mo, three-point shooting lang.
Both him and Roosevelt Adams can definitely get up there. what's important for Mighty Sports, this seems like a very easy game, but to be able to work on the plays and not just, cruise through the third and the fourth quarter and not run those plays, you need to be able to use this as an opportunity to get guys in flow in the rhythm.
Nabanggit mo na kanina first half. For those just tuning in right now, 10 ensayo pa lang formally ang napagsasamahan ng Mighty Sports plus 2 tune-up games and maybe a walkthrough kaninang umaga dyan sa Dubai. So pwedeng itong second half i-treat it as an additional practice game.
Kinakailangan para magkakilala ang mga players mo. Aside from getting your feet under yourselves, yung pag-run ng plays, napaka-importante nun. Kaya gusto ko yung ginawa ni Coach Charles na coming off that third quarter, na nagpatakbo siya ng plays, something that they haven't ran in the first 2 quarters. At dun mo makikita kasi kung everybody's on the same page, kung nakikinig sila dun sa ginagawa mo on the playboard.
Si Brickman ngayon ang magpo-point guard. Kaninang first half, si Odom ang nagpo-point forward. But he still gets it top of the key.
Jet Manuel now on the floor.
Manuel, dating naglaro for a year sa Barangay Ginebra, of course, also of the UP lore.
And a lot of players also. One thing about the Mighty Sports team, madami mga manlalaro dyan at coaching staff na galing ng Xavier School. O guys like Jet Manuel, nanggaling yan sa Xavier, Joseph Yo, T.Y. Tang, assistant coach Woody Ko, and Charles Chu as well.
Free throw na to atid sa atin ng Health Cube. Yun yung pinikikwento natin kanina, the partnership between T.Y. Tang and Charles Chu over in St. Benilde in the NCAA. T.Y. Tang ang head coach, Charles ang assistant. Dito naman, palit sila ng
At
posisyon.
pati dun sa D-League. Di ba? Nung nag-coach sila for Go for Gold, si Charles Chu naman yung head coach doon and coach T.Y. Tang yung assistant. Ang maganda kasi dito kay Coach Charles Chu is he's always willing to hear what you have to say. At yun din yung sinasabi nga ni Coach Jong Chico in one of the articles that was written that he's actually even learning from Charles. Ang maganda dito kay Coach Charles very innovative pagdating sa coaching.
And for a guy of the stature of Coach Jong to say that says a
Diba?
lot. That says a
Oo.
lot.
I mean, he's what, 5, 6, 7-time PBA champion.
Odom misses that 3. Trab on the attack over Odom. No, Brickman pitches it out. Here we go again. Hey, layup lang.
Juan Gomez de Leano usually can easily dunk that, but that time just going for the layup.
Si Juan GTL, ganda na ng buwelo natin eh. Farouk from the outside doesn't work. Even the crowd was anticipating something spectacular.
Looking for a highlight there.
Odom, sinasabi, hinawi daw siya. Sabi ng rep, foul kasi si Brickman. Tama ba? There's another look at that rebound.
Back on the floor, itong si Gab Banal, Lamar Odom, Coach Charles Yu giving him some more minutes to be able to get back into shape. You gotta remember, this guy has been out of playing basketball the past 5 years.
Ito kaya mga players natin sa Mighty, especially the locals, yung pakiramdam kaya nilang kasama nila ngayon sa isang team ang isang Lamar Odom. Pareho kaya ng pakiramdam namin dito sa Sports 5 pag nagliliga tayo at nakakasama ka namin?
Hindi. Hindi talaga.
Straight up, hindi.
Pinababa mo naman yung value ni Lamar Odom eh.
Iniisip ko lang eh, kasi di ba, it must be surreal
Oh,
to
definitely.
share the floor. Yung kalaban niya, medyo nasa starstruck, yung kakampi mo pa kaya, nakakapasahan mo, ibang level eh, no?
At alam mo, maganda dito kay Lamar, napakabait eh. And hindi siya nagkukulang sa pag-remind sa mga teammates niya kung anong dapat gawin, and sharing his wealth of knowledge.
Yun nga, no, kung ano man yung kulang mo ngayon, he's 39. We gotta put that out there. 39 years old na po, 5 taon na hindi naglaro. Kung ano man yung nabawas do sa physical ability niya, yung mental game hindi nabawasan. Baka nadagdagan pa.
Nadagdagan yan. And everything that he's been through life, alam mo, mas makakadagdag pa yan. The outlook of it when you play basketball.
1:19 remaining in this third quarter. Gomez de Liano ang magtatawid para dito sa Mighty Sports.
Want to be able to run through your plays and really try to get the flow and yung timing ng mga kakampi.
Brownlee to the baseline. It is Banal who drops it off. Manuel is clipped.
Great pass that time by Gab Banal. That's what we were saying about Gab. Gab can play the 2, the 3, or the 4 spot. And him being able to see his teammates is one of his talents.
And you gotta love how he really always plays both sides of the ball. Meaning, hindi lang puro opensa. Mahusay din sa depensa.
Jet Manuel, on the other, one guy that's really known for his scoring ever since he played for, when he was playing for Xavier, when he was playing for the UP Fighting Maroons. And even for Barangay Ginebra, pag pinapasok siya, ready to shoot as well.
Live sa panig si Dirk.
Parang may nahanap.
Ayun, tinitignan ko papasok. 68-35, 2 points na lang. Madodoble na naman ng Mighty ang production dito ng American University in Dubai. Katam with the leather, working against Manuel. They go to the right side. Trap.
He's really the one that's just been consistently trying to make shots and been aggressive offensively.
Silang dalawa. Actually, si Trap all game long. Si Farouk ngitong third quarter lang bumanat eh, no? One GDL misses on this one. Hindi counted yung last basket nila. Ayun.
Ikaw naman, agad mo na.
Hindi, bumaba ulit. Pero Mighty Sports looking good here, but as you mentioned, Dom, we gotta...
You don't want to throw away the quarter and a half that you have. Na hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, sige, tapusin na natin itong larong ito. You need to be able to make the most of it because you got a game again tomorrow.
And bukas, kahit mag-shoot around sina Coach Charles Chu, it can't be in this gym because there's gonna be 4 games tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Tonight kasi opening night, dalawa lang yung laro. Kaya nagamit pa nila kanina umaga yan. Bukas, fully booked.
Hindi, kahit naman baka shoot around ka ng napakaaga, di ba? Matatapos ka ngayon, kakain ka pa. It's gonna be, you're gonna cut through your sleep. So it's really gonna be a decision anong gagawin ni Coach Charles Chu.
Now we're more we have that confidence that we needed, we have it now. Okay?
It's 4-1-1-1-1. Bring the attention of 4 on stop number 4-1-1-1. Number 1 is playing the prize at the Baby 360 table. Ryan Sutton.
Patuloy ang pananalasa ng Mighty Sports Pilipinas. Doon po nagsimula yung third quarter. Jeremiah Gray finishing off that alley-oop, much to the delight of the Filipino faithful in attendance. Siya nga po sa Shabab Al Ali Club in Dubai, UAE. All throughout those 10 minutes, nagpakilala yung dalawang Philam. Kanina nakita ninyo yung Jeremiah Gray, pati si Roosevelt Adams. Ipinakilala rin ang kanyang sarili dito sa Filipino crowd in attendance at syempre sa lahat din ng nanonood live ngayon on 5+. Fourth quarter po, bubuksan na natin, hatid sa atin ng Oriental Game.
Big difference for Mighty Sports and American University in Dubai. Yung kanilang field goal shooting, 60% for Mighty Sports and only 39 para sa AUD.
And you mentioned this, Tom, it's not just the firepower, it's the defense that this Mighty Sports squad has been working on. Anong pagka ganyang short preparation, mas madaling tutukan yung gagawin nyo sa depensa muna bago offense.
Mas importante na kaya mo mag-defense one-on-one. Kasi chemistry yung team defense. So you need to be able to actually stay in front of your primary, the guy that you're defending primarily. So napaka-importante nun. Kasi kung kailangan ka tulungan all the time, mas mahirap yun to be able to adjust. So you need to be able to contain whoever you're defending. Lamar not wanting to shoot just yet. You can see there's a little bit of hesitation there.
And we expect that hesitation
It'll change.
na mabawasan or to
It'll change.
totally mawala as the week goes along. Halos araw-araw nga po ang laro ng Mighty
Tsaka kung
Sports.
meron maapektuhan talaga dun sa traveling, dun sa jet lag, it will be Lamar because of that long flight, because of the time difference.
Ka-adjust mo lang sa Manila eh.
Hindi lang
Biglang
yun.
adjust ka
Ka-adjust mo lang na naglalaro ka pa lang ulit. Di ba?
Free throws na to atid sa atin ng Health Cube. Bukas po, alas 11 din ng gabi, ang laro ng Mighty Sports and mabigat to, Dom. The UAE, the United Arab Emirates national team ang makakatapat ng Mighty Sports.
Definitely going to be a lot stronger than this team that Mighty Sports is playing in today's ball game.
And then Sunday night, actually Monday morning, 1 a.m., it is the team from Lebanon ang makakatapat. And then Mighty Sports will get technically Tuesday off dahil Wednesday na madaling araw. It is Al-Wada of Syria, 1 a.m. po. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning na po yan. Wednesday morning night.
At yung Syria, ano na rin yan, nanalo na rin yan dito sa Dubai Invitational. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was a team from Morocco. So yan yung mga malalakas na koponan. Aside from the Lebanese teams.
Last year, ang naging representative ng Pilipinas dito was the San Beda Red Lions na hindi pinalat makatikim ng panalo. Pero kita mo naman, sila pa rin nag-champion sa NC. So yung level of competition nga dito, mabigat.
Mataas talaga and a lot of physicality. That's why if you're a team like San Beda, that's really where you want to go.
Get your official Mighty Sports merchandise over at mightysports.ph. Gear up for greatness. $68-40.
Si Trab lang talaga being aggressive, attacking that basket.
Wala si Farouk. Talaga mag-isa ngayon si Trab as Oldham gets rejected at that end. Pero
even if he was rejected, you want him to be able to take those shots to get more comfortable, get more confident.
Melvin Johnson, hinayang na hinayang dahil hindi pa siya nakakapagparamdam sa ball game na to. That number 13 guy is yung isa pang import na naglalaro sa Europe netong AUD. Oldham again. Doesn't work on the triple try.
Kung naalala mo yung laro ni Lamar, di ba? Madaming binibigay sa kanyang isolation dati on one side. And that's where you could see that, hinahanap din nung katawan niya yun because sanay na sanay siya sa ganun.
And you have Coach Charles Chu now calling plays for Lamar. Wanting him to play himself back into shape. Dahil kakailanganin na siya as we go along. Pagkatapos na itong laro to. One GDL. Clipped. Apat yung kalaban niya. They're wising up. Kanina inikutan sila. Apat sila eh. Ngayon, teka. Baba tayo na mabilis.
Binangga na siya agad. Itong si Bin Katan.
The 19-year-old out of UP. With a smile on his face here. Oldham again, top of the key. Chamaisa ng bantay niya. Oldham. Huli ni Morgan.
Oh, you like how he's not just settling for the jumper. He's trying to bring it a little bit inside, go to a higher percentage shot.
Sinusukat kasi siya ng Jamaica din eh.
Tsaka yun naman ang gagawin mo talagang scouting report. Patirahin mo sa labas.
Nanuwian na yung mag-ama. Tapos na to, panalo na Mighty.
A 28-point lead.
Standing room only, punong-puno talaga. Ito Jim, here we go! Lamar Oldham gets away this time after getting rejected twice.
And you gotta love how the fans are enjoying it, cheering him on. And for a guy like Lamar, that's just huge.
Alam mo naman ang Filipino basketball fan, pag nakita nila medyo nag-struggle ka, mas lalo ka nilang ipupush, mas lalo ka nilang itutulak to do well. Pero pag kalabang ka, hindi siguro.
Alam mo, maganda pa dito. You have everybody cheering for Lamar. Everybody genuinely wanting him to do well. Kasi napakabait na tao eh.
Oh! Brownlee!
Gotta love Justin Brownlee. You're up by 27 points.
Lumulundag pa.
Diba?
Go coast to coast pa sa kabilang dulo. Wall-to-wall action by JB.
And if you're Coach Charles, you appreciate that effort, but you're hoping that that's not how everything is going to go for the next 6 minutes. You want to be able to set things up again and really move that ball. Ayaw mo maging garbage time na all throughout.
Banal with a rebound. All slapped out of bounds.
Some of our Filipino fans.
Ikaw yata hindi nila. Belat ka daw. Belat.
Lamar Odom going all the way for that layup.
And you love to see the smiles on the Filipinos in attendance here, Dom. Here we go. Lamar behind the back to one GDL. Sayang assist.
Still not finding that range from the three-point shot.
Okay lang yan. Ganito na yung lamang. Sana the rest of the squads we're gonna be facing, scouting report nila, hindi makatira sa labas yun.
Oo.
Libre, iwan
Okay
yun,
lang.
iwan yun.
Okay lang yun. But Juan GDL, alam mo, pinaka-malupit na move talaga yung coming off that screen. Just knows how to use that pick and roll so well.
Inside, Santillan. Doesn't work on that one. Under 5.5 remaining. In this one, ooh, nice getaway.
He trapped na naman yun. Going for that left-hand layup. He's the one that's... You gotta love his attitude. I mean, down big, but not giving up.
Of course, tinututukan lang natin yung pwedeng maging development na itong Mighty Sports. Itong AUD, they want to get better as well as they go along. They got 3 more games coming up. Ooh! Now you see it, now you don't mula dito kay Juan GDL.
19 years old. Itong si Juan Gomez de Leano really made a name for himself in the last season for the UP Fighting Maroons.
That was a rondo, ha? Yung tatakin mo muna sa likod mo. Trap. Remaining aggressive here. And dahil hindi gumana yung dalawang import nila, si Trap talagang nagkayod marino dito.
Well, you could see also there's a familiarity issue para dito sa AUD. Doesn't seem like they're comfortable playing with each other.
Odom, give and go. Ball poked free. Ooh. That was a wild attack there. Mula dito kay Mbenge.
Good defense that time by Santillan, getting down, preventing that fast break.
And you expect those bleachers to be filled to the brim by tomorrow when Mighty Sports takes on the UAE national team. Yun ang tanong. Makakuha kaya ng ticket mga Pilipino? National team yung kalaban eh, no? At least sana half or 40% of the crowd. Sana
Alam
makapasok
natin
mga
na
Pilipino.
mga Pilipino talagang todo suporta
Oo.
sa Mighty Sports.
Tsaka kahit walang ticket, nakakapasok paminsan-minsan. Daga-daga lang. Yakang-yaka yan. Under 4 minutes remaining. Gomez de Leano. Fouled here by Farouk.
Probably the last time we're going to see Juan Gomez de Leano in this basketball game.
Jet Manuel ang pumasok.
Now trying a little bit different now. Putting Joseph Yu at the point.
Banal. Over to the wing. Doesn't work for Angelo.
Good setup job that time.
Sloppy play here by the AUD. Yo shovels a pass to Angelo.
Called for the traveling there. Not sure if that was traveling.
And you were mentioning to me off air, see Angelo Wancho King is recovering or has just recovered from an ACL injury.
So you gotta love also, you know, guy that just loves to play basketball, played for Xavier School and graduated from the Ateneo de Manila University.
Ayan na naman si Trap. 3-point shot, atid sa atin ng healthcare.
Makikita mo din yung mga fans naka Mighty Sports na mga merchandise.
MightySports.ph. Diyan po mapubili ang official merchandise As the AUD gets out on the break, the easiest deuce they've had all night.
That time not able to get back defensively from Mighty Sports. You can see guys like Jet Manuel, Gab Banal, and Joseph Yo alternating, bringing up that basketball. No real point guard.
Banal lines it up and sends home the long bomb. Hatid pa rin sa atin ng health cue.
He's been trying. That's the first knockdown from the three-point area for Gab Banal.
Last two minutes, okay? We're gonna go man-to-man full court press. You stay in the back, okay? Man-to-man full court press. Each one of you guys pick up your man, force the ball towards the sideline. Only if the ball goes to the sideline, we trap. Ball is not on the sideline, we're still on man-to-man full court, okay?
They got 5 doors.
Every time, now, from the beginning, okay? Any score, stay. Okay, every time, pick up your man from here, ball goes sideline, trap. Okay, only for you, you're staying.
You can take there, I got you.
Okay, don't protect. Okay, you're in the back. 2 minutes. We can still get a push, right?
Come on,
we can still bring the score down.
For those watching online, narinig nyo yung coach ng American University in Dubai. They want to go man-to-man full court defense here. Ayaw nila sayangin din yung final 2 minutes of this massacre.
And you know, you want to be able to get something positive. If you're AUD, you want to be able to finish this quarter. Hindi maganda linaro mo the first 3 quarters, but the 4th quarter has been a little bit different for them. You know, they've actually scored already 23 points in this 4th quarter.
Their best quarter so far. Let's see if they heed the call. Here we go. Man-to-man defense. Medyo natagalan bago nila pinick up. As the last 2 minutes are brought to us by Oriental Game. Banal. Trying to decide what to do. Pulls the trigger. Back-to-back triples para kay Gab. Ating pa rin sa atin ng health cue.
I feel he's also going to be one of the key players that will be in the rotation for Coach Charles in the upcoming games.
He's one of those guys who's got that experience, you know? Playing in the D-League, in the PBA even. As Manuel is blocked, he's chased down there with Jamaison trying to up his stats.
That time felt like Jet took it a little bit too easy. Not gonna make the same mistake again.
Napaganda pa
Ayaw
para
pala ng
dito.
2 points. Gusto ng 3 points for Jet Manuel.
The engineer knocking down that long bomb.
I really feel a little bit too early for Jet Manuel to call it quits in the PBA.
Kasi iba yung oras na itututok mo if you really want to play professionally. Eh, professional engineer siya.
Oo, may mga options kasi siya na pwedeng gawin. Basically, the family business. Pero yun ang maganda naman talaga pag meron kang, you know, you have an education, anytime you can decide to pursue.
Banal again, no. Manuel, inside to Santillán, who is fouled. And you gotta like this AUD team, Dom. I've seen this time and again. Not to really knock on Middle Eastern teams, West Asia teams. Pero usually pag kami ganyan blowout, it gets a little out of hand. They've been playing it clean. They've been playing it nice, okay. Their sportsmanship is pretty good, as this free throw is brought to us by Hugq.
That's one thing that you gotta love about is na hindi sila napipikon and they don't resort to playing more physical.
And not for anything, I hope it doesn't happen, but we don't expect that to happen the rest of the week.
Yes.
Di ba?
Definitely physicality will increase as the teams that you play get bigger and stronger.
Again, bukas po, alas 11 ng gabi, yung UAE national team ang kalaban ng Mighty Sports. Tapos sa linggo ng gabi, actually Lunes ng umaga, 1 a.m. Monday, the team from Lebanon. And then yung elimination round schedule will wrap up on Wednesday, very early, 1 a.m. Alauna ng umaga, Miyerkules, Al-Wada of Syria ang makakatapat. Top 4 of the 5 teams in our group will make it to the knockout quarterfinals.
And then that's where it becomes really difficult because you can't have an off game. Diba? Pag kahit na mahina kalaban mo o malakas, may chance kasi knockout lang talaga. You know, you cannot come out slow Very important yung quarters, semifinals, and the finals as well.
Kaya nga po, we want to rack up as much wins as possible in Group B dahil yun nando sa Group A. Dalawang team from Lebanon, isang Iraq, isang Morocco at yung Jordan national team ay nando doon. Yun ang ayaw natin makatapat sa knockout na maaga. Coach Charles Shu picks up the victory. Mighty Sports, very impressive in their opening assignment dito nga po sa 2019 Dubai International Basketball Championship.
A good first game, basically to get your feet under yourself, to be able to try to shake off the jet lag, to be able to get some sweat going. But you also understand that this is amongst the 4 games, this is probably the easiest ones that Mighty Sports will have. So there's still a lot of work to be done in the next 3 games.
Very impressive showing, but we are still hoping they get even better than this as we go along. Bukas po ng gabi, alas 11. Dito rin sa 5 Plus mapapanood ang ating next game, and it is going to be against that national team.
It's going to be another exciting ball game. And you're hoping, especially the imports, guys like Lamar Odom will now be able to be a little bit more aggressive. He's actually very aggressive defensively, trying to change shots, block shots as well. But good passing by Mighty Sports. Jeremiah Gray getting that slam dunk.
It's getting there. You see the crisp passing.
May flashes of brilliance already in terms of the passing.
It's just not every single time down the floor, but they will get there as we go along though.
At yun naman talaga ang kinakailangan, a little bit of familiarity. Kailangan magkaamuyan na talaga kayo. That's something that a lot of we always say, but it's the truth that you need to be able to be with your team and get familiar with the movements of each other.
Lamar Odom with that hesitation drive, one of his highlights for tonight. See him trying to run himself or play himself back into shape. But he is putting smiles on the faces of the Filipinos in attendance, and hopefully pati kayong nanonood live.
Well, Lamar Odom, obviously the biggest star in this team. Such a great attitude. But Juan Gomez de Liano also showing flashes of brilliance. I felt his game today, something that we'll still see a lot more from him in the upcoming games because he's got so much talent. And, the good thing is, pagdating dun sa mga kalaban, hindi masyadong masascout itong si Juan GDL.
So sa maganda ng pinakita ng ating mga manlalaro, hopefully that gives them the confidence to work even harder, as it's going to be a quick turnaround, less than 24 hours till our next assignment.
And that's why rest is very important. And to be able to balance the minutes of the players. Nakita mo, ginawa rin ni Coach Charles, hindi niya sinagad si Justin Brownlee, even Randolph Morris. We didn't really see him too much in the 3rd and the 4th quarter. He's expecting to play heavier minutes come game 2, 3, and 4.
And that'll do it for the opening assignment ng Mighty Sports sa 30th Dubai International Basketball Championship. Hanggang bukas po ng gabi, sabay-sabay pa rin natin tutukan at suportahan ang ating Philippine representative, ang Mighty Sports.